we are back. Who remembers what happened last week?
We made it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember.
We made it to the vault.
Yep.
We found that the Inquisitor Winter's identity was used to put a demonic tome onto the vault. We got immediately sus of that. We went out to receive the package from our Inquisitor's drop-off, and our void suits got slashed, and we almost died. And we had just sounded the alarm right at the end of the session.
Yep. And one important detail is Tico actually knows the people who attempted to kill you.
Yes. Intriguing.
But yes, currently there is a general alarm going off. And I believe you are actually on the elevator heading down to return to the vault.
Yep.
All right. So it takes a little while for like the elevator to get to and from. It's about a 60-second trip. The elevator arrives at the bottom, opens up, and the vault is a lot more active than you've seen it, where it was previously ordered. All the stormtroopers would simply be in patrols. Now they are scrambling. Stormtroopers are running all over the place. Various members of the staff are scurrying around. And the actual person who is running the vault, the chief curator, Burr, is yelling at people, attempting to get some measure of control over the situation.
I'm going to march right over to him and tell him, in the name of the Emperor's Inquisition, I am taking command of the facility for the defense.
Good idea.
You don't have that authority, Inquisitor. I take my orders directly from the Lord Inquisitor.
So do I. I'm just going to fucking Nah, not
Not
you.
anymore, you're not.
But I am going to make a command test.
Yep, go ahead.
Try to...
Command him.
Yes. Let's see. How best to lean into this? What was his name again?
It is Orell Burr. Orellbburr.
You're out of your depth, Burr! God damn it. First roll of the fucking session. Fine.
I think I have a handle on things. You're the one who set off the alarm. I'm
going to assume I brought one of the slashed void suits up and throw it at his feet.
No, because Matt ended the session last week with yelling at him that somebody just attempted murder.
And so he should sound the alarm.
So, yeah.
Oh, technically he did sound the alarm, yes, but if you yell at somebody to pull a fire alarm.
Especially, yeah.
But yes, taking a void suit, throwing it at his feet, he picks it up, runs his hand through the slash right down the back. Ugh. Should take better care of your equipment.
Alright, now I'm gonna fucking pistol whip him with the back of my bolt pistol.
Alright, roll a weapon skill test.
Okay. Do I get plus 30 for cold cocking him? You have quick draw.
You can pull it quickly, but you would just be the standard plus 10.
Oh, okay, that works.
Alright, roll...
I'm not trying to do serious damage to him, I'm just trying to fucking...
It'd be a 1d5 for improvised weapon, and then add your strength bonus to that.
Okay, it won't be much. Take half that. Okay, so 3 damage.
Cut in half would be 2, rounded up, plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay, 4 wounds. Minus... Yeah, so 1 wound, minus his toughness, if you take his toughness into effect. So you bop him on the head with this, and he, falls backwards, bleeding from the head. The stormtroopers around him ready their weapons, but are keeping them aimed at the ground, but in your general direction.
Listen to me very carefully. We have every reason to suspect that the Inquisitor or the Rogue Inquisitor is already here with his demon hosts. Until I find evidence to the contrary, that is the assumption moving forward, and this is under my jurisdiction, under orders from the Lord Inquisitor personally.
All right. His assistant, Mathis Teller, steps forward, has a medic take Burr away. He's like, we'll do everything we can to assist you, Inquisitor.
Now, we need to know not what's here, but what, God, this 3 a.m. thing is fucking with me. Bear with me. We need to at least get a basic idea of the facility layout and where potential breaches might happen.
Of course.
We need to see to the defenses if we're already breached, basically.
Well, the only way in and out is via the elevator you've just taken. There's also an emergency ladder, but that's been locked down.
Where is it?
It's in the it's adjacent to the elevator shaft.
All right, let's investigate that, and I'm also going to tell them to double the guard on that tome.
Of course, the deep vault is one of our priority areas. Yes.
Can we do any sort of tracking with Chewie?
Yeah. Chewie can attempt to track. Have
do we
him.
want to do that? Are we interested in tracking down these people?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And on that note, Tigo, they knew you?
Jeez, I was just waiting for you to start the session with that. Hold up, let me grab my notes.
What do I need Chewie to do?
Chewie would have to roll an it'd be a survival for tracking, but he would get his bonuses from his like sniffing ability. I don't know how you can get a robot to sniff things, but
They found a way.
Unnatural senses.
yeah.
right. Oh, whenever you're ready.
Jocelyn will roll, and then we'll go to Tigo.
Very good.
I don't know what his bonuses are, besides his unnatural sense. Besides what they're called.
Let me just take a quick peek at Chewie's character
you.
sheet. He has smell for, I believe it's a plus 40. Let me verify quickly just to make sure. Unnatural senses. Here we are. Oh, the range is in meters indicated. Okay, so he can smell anything within 4 meters unnaturally well. So I would just have him roll a survival to see if he can track it down. Yep, he picks up the scent and nose to the ground, starts sniffing around. In the meantime, we're going to go to Tico.
Okay, I was like, they are from a rival mercenary group from my past. We've had multiple conflicts from my deaf world. Anything else?
Do you know how they would have come into the service of Hussar?
They're mercenaries. They'll do anything for a quick buck.
Do you
I
know
mean,
how?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you like? How about the significance of your history? Do you think that was involved?
Considering they were more than likely expelled from their mercenary group because I ruined their last-ditch operation for a big payday. Yes.
Okay.
You should ask them about Operation Fruitcake.
I'll keep that in mind. What can you tell me about them?
They work in pairs. They will typically have someone who acquires people and someone that does the delivering, kind of like a slave trader type of thing. But they'll do anything. Other than that, not much.
Let's see. Have there been any other disturbances or signals from spacecraft? Can you go active on scanners and look for any additional signs of incursion?
Are you asking Teller this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've had just a couple of sensor blips within the vault itself. As for any strange crafts being seen, no, not really. It's just been what's been scheduled or what's called ahead of time.
All right, where in the vault?
There was the issue with Maya Strauss. there was the issue. And at this point, the door to the elevator opens up, and you see a Inquisitor plus a couple of stormtroopers who are the people who you were actually going out to meet.
Okay, do we recognize the Inquisitor?
You've not met him before. He looks like a younger person. Looks like he was probably promoted relatively recently.
Alright, can I scrutiny to see if there's maybe a disguise?
Yeah, go ahead. No, you don't see anything that looks out of the ordinary in terms of like makeup or prosthetics or anything like that. He just looks like he has the Imperial Inquisitorial rosette around his neck, and looks to be just a in the standard Inquisitor witch hunter garb, more for presence than anything you've gathering from him. But he is flanked by a pair of stormtroopers plus a various staff.
Okay.
This is out of character. Why doesn't Matt have stormtroopers?
That did
Yeah.
go and get. He hasn't gone and
Technically,
got.
you guys are.
Yeah, that's
Why
true.
doesn't Matt have like professional stormtroopers?
I don't know.
Probably because it would make it too easy for me to just lackey my way to victory with everything.
Yeah, but then I would just add like enemy lackeys to.
I figure Ian would just make them all Daves.
I mean, you make the Daves. I make the NPCs and you turn them into Daves.
Wait, so these are the people we were trying to track?
No, these are the people who we were going to meet up with to get the information we requested.
Oh, okay.
That's correct, right, Ian?
Yes, these are the people who. So from last week, they were basically the people who are doing their standard sweep of the vault that like happens twice a year, and they just come in. They're also the people who have the research materials you had requested from before.
I'll greet him and say, Inquisitor, we have a situation.
Wonderful. I'm Inquisitor Strader. So, what are we looking at here?
Would this guy be familiar? I'm assuming yes. He would be familiar with Hussar.
Oh yes, I'm quite familiar with our rogue Inquisitor.
We have reason to believe he's here, and an attack is imminent, most likely involving his demon host.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we have a full complement from a ship of mine. Dozen additional stormtroopers. I am going to be needing to finish up my sweep, though. We all have our paperwork to fill out. In the meantime, Chewie is sniffing the ground and following a trail as best he can. And he is methodically making his way down a hallway. Inquisitor Strader goes to Teller. Are you the chief curator? Teller responds, no, I'm not. I'm merely his assistant. It's like Strader pulls out a data slate. We have several alerts that we were reported, and we wish to investigate them. Inquisitor, turns to you, Watchmaker. I'm sorry, I did. Toke, yes. Yes. No, I've heard of you. Good to make your acquaintance finally.
Give him a, not a rude nod, but we're in the middle of some shit nod.
Aren't we always? Anyway, Inquisitor, would you be willing to come with me? We can finish my investigation, and then I'll be able to assist you with anything you need.
Yes, I think it's best that we inspect the possible breaches directly.
Okay. And at this point...
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Chewie winds his way to a door and starts barking at it. Bark, bark, bark. Bark. Scratch, pawing the door.
Is this door locked?
It is locked, yes.
Can I lockpick it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll the security.
Eve will stand by with Tico.
Is she standing like next to Tigo, or is she like helping, standing next to him and helping him, or is she like, I don't know, observing from a distance?
Observing from a distance.
Okay.
She knows how dangerous. I
Can
get
I
myself
use my
into.
scanner to scan through the door before we lockpick it?
The door is pretty thick. Like these are thick walls, so unfortunately your scanner will not be able to penetrate the metal walls.
I don't know,
Well,
it's getting-
with them walls thick.
I just had to get the bonus. It's 30. Okay.
God, I can just imagine.
Good luck. Good luck. Don't blow up.
Wow, plus 30. Yeah, I could just imagine like a freaking like tech priest like designing this place, just have the blueprints, just writes THICC walls. All right, that was
like adequate.
Wait, was that your stealth? I was thought it was your
Oh,
security.
I meant security. Hang on, what is it?
Well, now he's sneaky.
Yeah,
Well,
he like
it's okay.
crouches down.
Add 30 to that.
All right. Either way, you pass. So you're able to very quickly and easily take out your security tool and pop open the door. And I'm going to have you make a... Are you trained to be able to... Let me see. What is the thing I'm looking for? There's a specific test I want you to make. And... No, I don't think you actually have it. Go ahead and make a agility. Here. Do you have leaping dodge?
Dodge.
Do you have do you have the talent leaping dodge?
No, I don't believe so. Let me. If I do, I didn't write it down. Let's see.
Probably not then. So just go ahead and make an agility test.
Agility or dodge? Okay.
It would be agility.
Wow.
Nope. Okay. Tigo, you take... Let me go and roll that real quick. An explosion rips through the door you're at, blasting into the hallway, and you're going to be taking 5 damage.
Does my armor...
Your armor doesn't. Your toughness will allow you to protect from it.
So I take 1 damage.
Okay, so you take a single wound of damage from this explosion that blasts through the door. Inquisitor Strider just like head snap up, snaps his fingers, and his stormtroopers rush the position.
Eve is just like, oh.
Guys, I'm in pain. I only have 18 wounds left.
Get to cover. And I will do the same while getting my plasma gun out.
All right.
I actually almost entertained the thought of dumping the rest of my points into wounds, actually. As if you need
Captain Unkillable.
As you need a more like fucking meat sponge, like fucking HP sponge of a fucking murder hobo.
Good
Garble
old
me a
native.
sponge. Not a very good sponge.
Alright, Sponge.
It doesn't
Alright.
matter. You're an amazing prophet. That's all that matters to us.
All right. So you have one blown open door, one mildly injured Tigo.
Mildly, it's like a freaking like flesh wound.
'Tis a flesh wound.
Just but a scratch.
I just threw like holy water on it.
It burns. And Inquisitor Strader marches up. Turns to tell her, this is certainly a unwelcome surprise. You two, he points to his stormtroopers. Investigate further. I'm going to complete my sweep. Inquisitor Toke, would you please join me? I'd like to be able to handle this as quickly as I can, and then we can turn towards what you're interested in.
Agreed. Weapons up and remain in close comm contact.
Of course.
You scrutiny this guy's like
Motives.
motivation. Like he really wants to finish his sweep.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I will do the same. It does seem a little stuck to protocol given what's going on.
Okay. Watchmaker and once... Okay. Yeah. From what you can determine, he's very kind of fresh-faced. Actually, Toki looks to be younger than you. He seems to be a newly minted Inquisitor, and he is more stuck on following protocol because he just has not developed, like, the experience of what you'd expect from an actual Inquisitor. Like, a seasoned one, I should say.
Mm.
So he pretty much wants to make a name for himself and be dependable.
More of what it is he wishes to do the job he was assigned as best he can. and
Oh,
isn't in
so
the
he doesn't-
mindset.
Despite like the bullshit that's going on.
He doesn't think for himself on prioritizing stuff.
He's doing his best as far as you can tell, but he does seem to be a little out of his element, especially with that those 6 degrees of success from Toke.
Yeah. I'm gonna try a charm test. This isn't likely to succeed.
Okay.
While we're on your sweep, we should investigate as to every extent possible along the way, and if necessary, we may have to split off into fire teams. Basically,
You can
trying to convince him to re-task.
you can add a +20 to that because he's allied with you.
Hooray! Oh yeah, and I do have Pure Inquisition. Not that it helped.
I can appreciate your concern, Inquisitor Toke, but let's handle this quickly, and then we can turn towards your investigation. The sooner we secure these blips, the sooner we can ensure that there will be no other unwelcome surprises.
Okay.
Should someone go with Watchmaker?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna suggest Gar come with me or come with us, and you, Tigo and Eve go after the 2 guys down the exploded hallway.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll start with. Let's start with let's start with Watchmaker and Gar for right now, and then we'll switch over to Tigo and Eve. So with the data slate, the Inquisitor shows you quickly. We received 2 unusual alerts. One from a storeroom here, and another from the deep vault.
All right. What was the default disturbance?
The deep vault disturbance involves heretical psyker Maya Strauss. Her cell showed a slight delay in her anti-psyker field.
Hell, I bet
Yeah,
you.
I think it's safe to assume that Psyker's escaped.
According to any and all reports, she has been placed into stasis.
Do we have any psychers on station who can look for traces of psionic activity or psyker activity?
I myself am a psyker, and I can tell you this area is completely filled, but that's not unusual with the... Well, this acts as a storage area for various psionic, both individuals and items. It permeates the area.
A blip in the suppressive wards could allow that demon host to teleport any number of Hussar's warband in here, including the demon host itself.
Entirely possible. This is definitely something we're going to check out. However, we are next to the closest of the alerts we have received. And he, shows you actually the door you'd been in previously when you were looking for the that book.
Okay.
Oh, that might have been us.
This was received a few weeks ago.
Not us.
You received an alert a few weeks ago about this room, and we're just now getting to it.
Well, we're on the bi-yearly sweep.
Right.
It was nothing that indicated necessarily a immediate response.
You want me to kick in this door?
Yeah, let's get in there.
Gar prepares to kick in the door.
I knew that was coming.
The Inquisitor
takes
takes...
the default we can coordinate with while we're up here.
There are several members of the stormtroopers down there, I would imagine.
Well, patch me in with them immediately.
He gives you Teller, and Teller just hands you a comm bead. He's like, you could use this, Inquisitor.
Okay. Do we have facility code words or anything to let us know that we're talking to who we think we're talking to?
We do have alert words.
How often are they changed?
Approximately once a month.
Plenty of time for them to create an opening. So we may not know. Oh, well, fuck it. I'll try calming them and see what we get.
Ask them how their status is. If they report acceptable, it means they're in trouble. If they report that it is within regulation, they are safe.
Okay. I'll take the Vox bead and go. This is Inquisitor Toke. Demanding status update immediately from the Deep Vault stormtroopers.
This is the stormtrooper captain of the Deep Vault. How may I assist you, Inquisitor?
What's your status?
Within regulation.
I'm going to scrutiny that.
Okay. Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Assume that there may be hostile elements within your zone, and report any disruption, great or small, immediately.
Understood, Inquisitor.
All right, let's go quick. Gotta go fast.
And the Inquisitor Strader brings you into the room. And actually, Toke, at this point, you've bring you a little bit farther back into the room than you had previously gone. You pass an item you've seen before. It's a sword made out of bone, and you recognize it as the sword that the Eldar Ranger Edelith gave to you.
Well, I'm an Inquisitor now. I'm going to look and say, who have we got right now? Is the assistant guy with us, or just the other Inquisitor?
It's the Inquisitor, 2 members of his staff, and Teller, the assistant curator.
Teller?
Teller, yep.
Yeah, I'm going to turn to him and tell him, I'm taking this sword back. I'm the one who brought, I'm the one who, submitted it for my, mentor to, secure. We may have need of it.
Of course, Inquisitor, and he, goes over to the panel, types a few buttons, and he puts his hand, he thinks for a second, he puts his hand on the panel, and then the protective shield falls from it. He's like, I'll fill out the paperwork for your requisition after this, and he feel free to pick it up.
I will pick it up.
And you feel like a bizarre sense in your head, like a tingling in the back of your head, and your ears like that pop, and you feel like a psychic connection, and just the voice of Edelith in your head.
You again? What do you want?
It's been a bit of a time. It's been some time for you, Monkai. Do you have need of my help?
We may indeed. Trying to figure out how best to play this.
My Farseer told me you could be in contact, or you could be floating in a void of space.
Not of character.
Yes,
Or both.
Both. I don't want to reveal the location of this place to them, but has your Farseer had any words about our close engagement with a demon host?
We've seen a dark shadow in the void looming far over what we would expect to see. We had assumed it had to do with the gathering warp storm.
I suspect it does. I don't think the two events are distinct.
Well, I don't want to give up too much, but if you have need of me, you know how to reach me.
Well, I'm certainly not going to let them know where the fucking vault is.
Oh, and Monkai, I wanted to congratulate you on your promotion.
If you'd like to congratulate me, you could help me find this demon host or regain contact with our lost Inquisitor if he still lives.
I haven't found any missing Inquisitors, but I could put some feelers out for any demon host.
The sooner the better. This will affect more than Imperial worlds if a demon is allowed to roam free with the secrets that it seeks.
Oh, trust me, we're quite adept at finding and killing demons. And with that, the psychic connection cuts off.
Gonna sheath the sword.
This is just out of character. Wouldn't he be able to, or is the fact that the whole place is protected, he would not be able to tell where this place is?
You're not sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm banking on, but I don't know. Either he knows already, in which case, like, if all they did was put it in a vault and go, there, it's safe now, then this place sucks.
The protective shields, you would notice, or you would have recognized them to be like the anti-psyker shields they put up.
Surprised this whole place isn't under it. I mean, it is to some extent, right?
Yeah, it is. But this, the sword you touched is a wraithbone, and it has a very active psionic presence in it. At this point, we're going to cut over to Eve and Tigo.
Good timing, because my update just finished.
Good. And do you think their celebrity power couple name would be Ego?
Ego.
East Coast Stang.
Or would it be Teve?
What would be?
If you make a portmanteau of your name, would it be Ego or Teve?
I like Ego.
Yeah, Ego.
We return ourselves to Ego.
And you know what? You can put a meme of that, like, name a better duel.
Watchmaker enrolling a critical fumble.
I said successful duel, I guess. I should have, like...
Yeah, that's different.
Iterate. Watchmaker and Dice, the most devastating failure duel. Alright, so...
Eve and Tigo find themselves outside of this door that has erupted in an explosion.
Did we end up in charge of these stormtroopers?
You could try.
No, I was asking.
Strader did not give them orders to follow your lead.
Okay. I'm just dusting off that one wound of damage.
Your little paper cut.
Yeah, I know. God, don't make it that bad. That's more than one wound. That's like 10 wounds. So is the door still actually up, or is it?
It's basically like folded out, barely hanging out by its hinges.
So should we do like an awareness or a scanner?
Yeah, we can do an awareness. Is the room just dark and like still from that explosion, like all smoky?
The explosion. Well, yeah. Go ahead and make an awareness test. This wouldn't be with a scanner, just because of what it is. Okay. From Eve is taking a look, and she determines that this is a shape charged. It was pointed towards the door, and it was set to basically explode when it was opened up. So the interior of the room itself is not damaged beyond just a little bit of scorching around the edges of the door itself.
Okay.
And there's nothing immediately inside the room?
The room itself is dark. The lights are turned off. It is a supply closet that contains mostly it's like emergency gear, flashlights, flares, rebreathers, and some cleaning equipment as well. But there's no one currently inside the room.
One, I wonder if turning on the light is another fucking trap. That's like my
Well, I don't need the light. I have
the dark vision goggles.
Yeah, I have photo visors.
Okay.
So based on that, does our awareness also tell us like if anything looks like it was tampered to like someone hide behind or like a secret passage?
Your awareness would show that there is a rag that has been tossed into the middle of that room. It is, in essence, it's kind of like a handkerchief.
Yeah.
And Chewie walks up to it and stuffs his nose into it. And he picks it up and he brings it to you. Drops it in front of you. Bark. And then, like, noses it towards you. Bark.
Did I do good?
Let's see. Can I do a survival roll using that, I guess?
Can Chewie do another survival roll?
Yeah, you can both do survival rolls. Or actually, I would say Tigo do a survival roll, but add a +10 for Chewie's assistance.
And there's no point in using a compass in a fucking ship.
The compass wouldn't help you in this case, no.
No, because that would be a super, like, succeed.
10,
right?
You're attempting to track them, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Add a +10.
Are you serious? We're gonna...
Fate that?
Yeah, we're gonna fate that.
And F is typing.
Okay.
That's more acceptable.
Tigo. Attempting to track the two figures from your past, you kind of build the scene in your head. You see that you think they probably opened this door, chucked the handkerchief in, knowing that there was a cybermastiff, and then set up their trap before heading down the hall. It's a relatively straight hall, so they would have had to go one direction because otherwise they would have been heading back towards you. So you head down the direction you believe they are going in, and you find yourself in an Inquisitor's, the Stormtroopers barracks. There's a number of Stormtroopers who are swapping to the next shift. So some of the Stormtroopers are in the full carapace armor. Some have taken off helmets, taken off the chest piece, and some are just in their standard jumpsuits. They all look at you as you approach.
Now I'm going to use a math term. How do I want to lean into this?
How do you?
So go over that. So only 1/3 of those are probably have helmets on, right?
Yeah, it's 12 stormtroopers currently. There are 6 who are in the full gear, and there's an additional 6 who are in the middle of getting out of their armor. The 6 that are in gear are heading to help with the alert.
Yeah.
Can I tell Chewie to get sniffing?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a survival for the Chewie.
Can I scrutiny to see which one of those? Okay. We'll see. We'll see what Chewie does.
Chewie walks into the room, sniffing around, and he just goes throughout the entire room, sniffing, goes back to you, bark, and he points his head in that direction, and goes into the room, bark.
This is a back room?
It's barracks. So there's beds around.
Yeah, was he I was asking, is there a room behind
You go ahead and make an awareness to see.
Oh crap! Cat's vomiting.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
cat apocalypse?
I stood up and she ran away.
From what Tigo can see, it is about 20 beds, and there are several, there are foot lockers for each bed. There are standing cabinets, as well as a bathroom that is just off the barracks itself. Doesn't look to be any there looks to be really only one entrance and exit.
With this awareness roll, can I also see if any of these recently geared up troopers did it in a haste to try to hide themselves?
From what you can tell, they seem to be normally dressed.
Weren't the 2 guys already in stormtrooper outfits aside from the helmets?
Yes, they were.
Okay, I totally forgot that. It's been like a week since.
All right, let's command everyone to line up.
Do you have that
I don't have good
Yeah,
social skills.
the 6 stormtroopers who are already geared up push past you, or are starting to push past you.
Do we have the other stormtroopers with us still?
No, they've been doing their own investigation. You didn't attempt to recruit them in any way.
I don't have any training in command.
Neither do I.
They shouldn't have to listen to you regardless. Aren't you acolytes of the Inquisition? I think you outrank a stormtrooper. Could be wrong.
And I did just assert command over the place and pissed away.
Is the alarm still going off?
Yep. The alarm is
Maybe you
going
guys
off.
could roll command with a big bonus because you kind of are their boss.
You can roll command and you can have a plus 20 because you are technically allied with them.
Okay, I guess I'll do that. I'll tell them to stop, and then this is a search. Remove your helmets. We need to see faces. Because I would be able to recognize them at this point, right?
Yeah. Wow. The stormtroopers,
Oh, wow,
geared up, turn towards you. And they look at 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 you. And they All right, make it quick. And they pull off their helmets.
Do I recognize any of them?
You roll scrutiny.
Ah, of course you would make me roll scrutiny.
Nope, you don't recognize these guys.
Okay.
Do we have a description of them? Can we describe them?
Yeah, you could attempt to describe them. Although this would be an intelligence check to like accurately like remember and like give a good description.
Do I actually have to provide a description here? Because I'm gonna have to ad lib this.
Yeah, might as well. Be funny.
One of them has
Oh,
a
God.
dick that looks like a nose, and one has a nose that looks like a dick.
What was the one that we did on the planet? It was like, yeah, medium height, like has a sharp sword or something, and Watchmaker got in trouble for that.
Oh no, it was
Watchmaker.
Louise.
Yeah, that's because the Watchmaker gave like the most generic description.
No, I gave the description, and Watchmaker got blamed for it.
No, Watchmaker gave a very generic description, or no, it was Gar gave the super generic description, but then Tigo gave a description of Luis Louette.
And yeah, and then Watchmaker got yelled at.
Yeah.
So how many people was it? 2 people?
Yeah, it's 2.
Yep.
All right, so we're looking for 2 guys.
hold on, cats.
2 males. Okay.
2 males.
Hold up, let me ad lib this right here. All right, we're looking for 2 guys. One's completely bald,
Okay.
scar right across the forehead like this.
Okay.
Like this, kind of like the kind of an L shape. He's
Okay.
the shorter one. The other one.
Blonde,
Has-
scruffy hair.
We're
Teamwork.
looking Okay, we're looking for bald with an L scar across forehead and cheek,
Blonde,
And
scruffy hair.
blonde scruffy hair.
Half a goatee because what's that thing where like you can't grow facial hair and it's like completely dominant on his left side of his face.
Matthew Simons.
I don't know the
Matthew's-
specific term. Yes.
You might
But
want
you
to
know what I'm
bleep
talking
my
about.
name when you edit this.
I can't. Sorry.
We'll call it
Guess I'll die.
Simon's disease.
How terrible. Nobody wants Simon's disease.
But yeah, like the left side of his face doesn't actually grow facial hair. So it's a very badly done facial hair tattoo.
Okay. Make an intelligence check to both successfully remember and describe this to
Can I
them.
assist?
Yes.
How much does my assistance help?
It would be a plus 10.
So I pass.
All right.
Hell
Yes.
yeah, Team Eagle succeeds.
Team Ego.
One of the ones who takes his helmet off is like, yeah, I saw them recently. New stormtroopers who were dropped off on a previous swap.
When was the swap?
6 months ago.
Okay.
He's been planning
I'm
this
gonna
shit
beat
for a
that
minute.
information to Watchmaker real fast.
Where would they be right now?
They weren't here. I haven't seen them since.
What patrol route would they take? Because I'm assuming they're going to try to fit in.
I'm sorry, I don't know their names. I saw them here recently, and now they're not.
How long ago was recently?
20 minutes. Which would be about the time it took for all this to happen. Like, from like them going in the elevator to you
Where
going
could they
into
have gone from here? So I'll explain the route that we came from.
Well, they could take a. So you came from, and he points straight ahead down the hallway you just arrived. They could swing a left out of here or a right out of here,
Oh fuck.
lead further into the base.
Can Chewie actually pick up their scent based off of that handkerchief?
You can certainly try.
Oh Chewie. Just don't get exploded.
Hell
Chewie
yeah.
explodes.
He explodes, takes out the whole.
Chewie sniffs his handkerchief and explodes.
Bork.
Just like a head that lands in Eve's hands. Bork. Meow.
No, it just uncharacteristically, you did this.
Chewie just looks at you. You killed me.
Should I be to Watchmaker? Like baddies landed 6 months ago.
Yeah, if you can.
Okay.
And also probably their descriptions so we can put out an APB on the fuckers.
Okay. I'll do that.
Chewie sniffs the handkerchief, and he like goes out into the hall, and then does a U-turn and comes back. Bork.
Is there like a vent or anything above us?
There's no vent.
They didn't vent.
Maybe they've got like Camioline bullshit like we do.
Yeah, that's what I was actually
Oh,
thinking.
scanner.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. So can I very thoroughly, so get an extra bonus on my awareness, run the scanner?
Yeah, go ahead.
You are seared.
So 30.
Wow, you little. Tigo pulls out your scanner and you scan around the immediate area. You see just the 12 people plus Eve, yourself, and Chewie.
It might have been a distraction.
The stormtroopers who have removed their helmet, their squad leader. Are you done with us?
Yes.
We have to. They all put on their helmet, turn, and leave.
Maybe they had disguises on.
Yeah, but we did scrutiny pretty good on that.
Did we scrutiny on them for disguises?
Yeah, I rolled a 13. It's right above the intelligence roll that you assisted me on.
You did scrutiny. Actually, make an intelligence check just for a clue in this regard. Sorry.
I'll do 1 too, just in case.
Okay.
Does this pass with 1 degree?
My intelligence. Oh, that's Chewie's. I was like, my intelligence is 17.
You know what? Chewie would be the one that passes.
Eve is dumb. Eve is no smart.
Oh no.
I was gonna do a survival to see if there's like any like track they might have left.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Chewie did a U-turn.
Chewie's in the room. He's like sniffing throughout the room, going in the bathroom, sniffing throughout.
Wow. What is with these like very close?
Alright, Tigo. You go out of the room.
They're hiding under the beds.
And you're like,
Checking
wait.
under the beds.
I'm looking for like their mercenary group, like kind of like things that they leave around, just like they've been here, type of thing.
Their survival skill wouldn't help in that regard because you're thinking like yeah. I should say that your survival skill picks up that they haven't left anything completely obvious.
Eve is gonna check under the beds.
Alright, go ahead and make an awareness roll.
Like a cell.
Even though we did the scanners. I'm checking under the beds.
Eve tosses all the beds, finds, really nothing.
Porn under the mattresses.
Yeah, she found one guy. It's not even porn. It's just like a Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Oh man.
Sears catalog. Ding.
Aim.
But she doesn't find the 2 people you're looking for. Chewie is going around the room, checking. He sniffing through all the beds. He goes into the bathroom. Borks once comes out, sniffing around. He's just like, Bork.
Was that Bork an intimidation Bork?
Chewie can't intimidate with his Bork. I know what his cybermassive looks like. And even then, he can't Bork you to be intimidated. He's just too silly.
Only because we've crumpled him so many times, he looks like a pug now.
Can I do a logic test to kind of think how they would?
Yeah, go ahead. Run logic if you would.
Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta check the cat.
Tigo realizes that they would not have had time. They would have had to spend several minutes both setting up that trap, like getting to the elevator, setting up the trap, running into the room, and they just wouldn't have had time to get out.
So they're in here. Sorry, I'm not there. Let me shut up.
The
Guys in the room, you mean the barracks.
Yep, the 6 stormtroopers who were geared up left. You're down to 6 other people.
They wouldn't have had enough time to hastily do all that and get dressed, and plus we did pass the scrutiny.
I'd say with that logic test, all right, you did a scrutiny on 6 of them. The ones who pulled their...
Yeah, so it's not them. We passed that.
Yeah.
So we have to look at the ones that aren't.
Yeah, we
geared
gotta
up.
look at the ones that are here.
All right, everyone else line up.
They all line up.
Kurtik says what?
All right, and I guess we do.
Come again?
What happened?
No, just responding to Matt.
I guess we'll scrutiny this one.
All right. Okay, so you roll scrutiny on them. I'm just going to do a quick test on my side. You look through them. Okay, you go down the line. You're looking through, checking them all. And unfortunately, like, you're just not able to tell. Like, there are a few guys who they match the description very generically, but they aren't them. Like, you can't, like, their faces are obviously different from the people you're looking for.
What? No fake goatee tattoo?
Not that you can tell. There's a guy with like a
I have
full
an idea
beat.
if I'm allowed to suggest it, but it would be out of character.
And splash water on their faces.
Oh,
Okay,
I
never
was
mind.
like-
Now you. That was exactly what I was
That's
going to suggest.
exactly
You're
what I
good.
was thinking
Gonna
too.
waterboard them.
Waterboarding at Guantanamo Bay sounds awesome if you don't know what either of those two things are.
All right.
I was gonna say I was
It
gonna.
does
like,
actually. It sounds highly recreational.
I was gonna stay here, like watch them and have Eve bring like a bucket of water, and we're gonna like clean every one of their faces.
I'm gonna look at the ones that are a little sus and be like, "You there? Come with me to the bathroom."
You see a guy with like a full beard. He's like, all right.
I'm just gonna pull on the beard.
The beard
That's
comes
how I
off.
do it, baby. That's a
Oh.
Came
badass.
off? Did you say the beard came off?
The beard comes off,
Ah!
and
I'm gonna
he's
say, "What the fuck is up with this?"
and he's gonna like pull out a knife and attack you. And he's
Alright.
Can I
Burn him alive.
can I quick draw with my power sword and slice his wrist off with a knife?
he goes to attack Eve and misses. Like Eve, like the is a little. It's
Can
actually
Chewie attack him too?
yeah. It's a little
Got his
power.
hands up, feed him to the dog.
Yeah, it's a power knife. It's like basically like somebody took a knife and made it like a what a power sword would be, but in knife form. And he goes to slice at Eve, but she's able to like instinctively move out of the way, and the knife dodges by. So everybody who wants to attack can go ahead.
Cop instincts.
Does Chewie have to roll?
It would be weapon skill.
So it would.
Or
be
actually, I believe Chewie has the ability to. Well, he would pass the attack, but
Yeah. So
if-
what's Chewie doing? Like, and then I'll go
Chewie's
after.
gonna chomp on his arm.
Oh,
okay. Go ahead and if you go to gear, you'll see he has a bite attack. Go ahead and roll damage on that. Does 13
Jesus.
damage. Damn, Daniel.
Deadly
Wow,
bug.
Yeah, almost max damage. All right, yeah, Chewie like.
Wait,
sh-
damn! Cyberbats do some damage if they don't explode.
Yeah.
It could also do damage
When
if they
he
do
finally
explode.
gets the chance, like if he's not in a vent and gets exploded before he even has the
So-
chance to
so-
bite.
So basically, what we learned this Sunday is Eve and Tigo need to stick together because if Chewie's near Gar and fucking Watchmaker, he's dead.
Yeah, we are kind of a bit casual with our
Yeah,
explosions.
we're a little collateral with our damage.
Chewie bites onto this dude's arm. Does 9 wounds,
Ow.
subtracting. He has no armor, so subtracting toughness. And the guy like. The jaw sinks into the arm, and you hear the bones splinter.
Ooh.
And he just like ah, and he's. Tigo, you're up.
I will. I guess I'll
You
just.
should focus on the other guy.
Did we get the other guy?
You only found this dude.
The other guy's probably choking though.
Maybe look
Okay.
around to see if anybody's sweating.
Yeah, not. Yeah. So now I'll do an awareness on the other 5, I guess. and
Yeah,
just-
go ahead, make an awareness roll.
Of course, I would fail.
Tigo, you're a little distracted with what's going on in front of you.
Oh god. Let's see. I do have them like in my sights, right? I'm not. I did not like really like turn my back on them.
Well, let's see here. What happens
Could
is,
be a scrutiny.
no, Tigo, you don't notice in time, like you turn and kind of just like eyeball this very quickly, and you don't notice in time that somebody, like, you just see dink, dink, dink in the room, and then da 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 da.
Oh, you heard ding, ding, ding.
And a massive fiery explosion fills the room, and that's going to be actually +2, so 9 damage. And it also utilizes, it's a flame, so everybody make an agility test.
Can I just use my ability to just automatically dodge that?
You could if you wanted to.
Chewie does too.
Chewie would have to make one as well.
I'll go with the agility test.
Chewie's flammable.
All right. Chewie passes. All right, Eve.
Wait, I hit Chewie though to do that.
Uh,
That's Chewie that does that.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
the one that has 20 agility.
Okay, and Eve needs to make the test as well.
Nope.
And
Can I fate that? I'm gonna fate that.
Sure.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Ow.
Eve rolls into the fire.
But it warm.
It's Valheim. You're cold.
Not anymore.
At
Set
this
a man
point,
on fire, he'll be warm the rest of his life.
at this point, you're the opposite of cold. Okay, so we'll just go through this whole thing. So this is going to be 9 points, but you can reduce it by armor and toughness. So I'm assuming that's probably nothing for everybody.
Okay, so armor from
Is that me
where?
too, or because I?
It will be armor from the torso. Yes.
Am
So
I
that's
good?
The smaller numbers, that's 7. And then toughness is 5.
It should just put it all together. Let me just check Eve Ward very
Hang on.
quickly.
I can check too, because I think I still have access.
If my freaking character sheet would load up.
It's super slow, dude.
Yeah. All right, so it's just it's a total number. It should calculate it for you.
God, you are one tough person.
What is Eve looking at?
5 bonus for. It's 12 total.
Yeah, so Eve doesn't take any damage, although she does catch on fire because she failed that test.
Okay.
Oh, so I have to do the damage thing too?
You'll have to do the damage. Yep. That roll was just to see if you ignored the catching on fire.
And it was 9 damage?
Yep.
Dude, I ignored that just based off my armor. My armor is 9.
All right.
Can I assist in putting Eve out?
Yes, you can. You can take an action to put Eve out, and I would say that you don't. There's a short enough time she would take it. Well, actually, no.
Actually,
You're gonna
hang on.
take.
Let me like overlook. So that explosive came from the door.
It was somebody ran out the door, tossing that behind them.
How many seconds would you say has gone by?
Just a couple, like let's say 6 seconds.
So can I run out that door and go to catch him?
Yeah,
Sure.
focus on getting that person, and I'll put myself out, and hopefully
Alright.
Chewie can maul this
Just
person.
sprinting after him
here.
on fire. That's a pants wetter.
Eve, I can roll the damage for you actually.
At least Chewie's not gonna explode.
All right, Eve, you're gonna
Oh, yeah,
take
full faith.
8 energy damage, subtracting your toughness only.
Whoa.
5. So then I take 3 energy damage.
You're gonna take 3 energy damage, so subtract 3 wounds, and you're all gonna take a level of fatigue.
My headset cut off, so I don't know if you did anything for me.
1
Oh,
point of
that's
fatigue.
12. So I'm down to 12 wounds. And
Okay.
then fatigue is under.
I believe it's. Let me take a quick peek once this loads.
It should be in the
up.
it should be on the gear all the way to player.
Yeah,
sheet.
currently, if you look in the movement area, here, Joss, I'm gonna move you back to player sheet, and we go down to, it says like under fate points, it says movement and then
Movement.
fatigue.
Okay.
So you add an additional fatigue point, so you're at 2 currently.
Okay. And how do I put myself out?
You're gonna take an action, so you're gonna put basically stop, drop, and roll.
Okay.
But you take that energy damage at the start of your turn, and then do your stuff. So you do a full action to put yourself out. You see the person who Chewie bit onto is on fire and is burning, and he's on the ground, like not moving.
We might want him alive.
Tigo, you are chasing after a guy down a hallway.
Okay.
He is approximately 10 meters in front of you.
Okay. Am I gaining on him?
You are matched. Your speeds are matched. In fact, he's gaining. He's getting away from you.
Can I quick draw and shoot his leg?
Yeah, go ahead. Shooting a leg, you're going to take a penalty to hit, unless you have that ability.
Do any of the mods actually work on this? I'll tell you which one I got. I have the. What's it?
Was the cold shot? It's going to be a -20.
Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. I thought I had the thing. What the fuck is it? I have the Omniscope, so I don't know if that.
Let me take a quick peek. Your Omniscope is going to give you Presence, Red Dot, and Telescopic.
Red dot gives a +10 to single fire shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Presence would just give you a bonus in the darkness.
That doesn't matter. And then what about?
And Telescopic would only be for a long range. So,
All right, and then the grip would do the plus. Okay. I
So
just
you're-
wanted to make sure there was nothing that would help me in there.
and then you have a grip. So really, what you're doing is you're taking it. You're taking the ballistic skill test at a -5.
Let me fade that.
Okay.
What the?
I believe did your gun jam.
Yep.
You're yeah.
Might want to fade it.
Oh, he already did. He can't
Oh.
fade it again.
Oh.
That was the pistol. So.
Your pistol, like, you go into fire, and probably when your gun was exposed to vacuum, it caused some malfunction within it, and like you go to fire and it jams, and you're like, oh shit, there's a live bolt round in this, and it's not firing out. And this dude is gonna run down the hallway, and you had to slow down a bit to like aim and fire, and so he's just gonna run, and he's just gonna like turn a corner, and he's down like out of your sight currently.
Do I turn that corner also?
You can do a test. So that corner, you're gonna have to do a full action to like turn the corner.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like once I turn the corner, do I see him?
Yes, you do.
How far and how long is this hallway? Does it look like?
The hallway goes straight, and there might be some side routes you can't determine right now, but it does go straight for about another 40 meters down.
I'm tempted to just drop down this heavy bolter if I had it and just like unleash, but.
Well, you do actually. You didn't have it taken away, so you do actually have access to it.
Do the operation. I got a bullet with your name on it, and I'm gonna keep firing until I figure out which one it is.
Oh shit. Let's see. So the bolt pistol is jammed.
Correct. It's jammed, and you're going to have to take an action to unjam it. I can't remember if it's a half action or not.
Again.
I believe it's you have to reload it
Oh.
to unjam it.
Give me 1 second. I got a.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What?
Really bad. Like I got a really bad nosebleed right now. I just like.
Oh no. All right.
1 second. Just go to
The
watch.
anime
We're going to go back to Watchmaker and Gar. Watchmaker and Gar, you are currently in the room with Strader. You have no idea what's going on currently with with Eve and Tigo.
Oh, were they not able to calm out the warning about the two guys?
Oh no, they did actually calm that through. So you're aware that they're after two guys, and they think they found them, but that's the last you heard because currently they are fighting, being on fire, and also trying to unjam a pistol. So Strader is now looking at from what was a frantic fight, cuts to Strader looking at a little pillar in the middle of the room that has it's a shelf with a thing on it that you can't quite identify, and he's looking at it, and he's looking it over, and he's checking the logs. Looks okay. Inquisitor Toke, what do you make of this? Logs look fine. It showed a 2-second disruption in the containment field.
Can I look at the containment field apparatus?
Yes, go ahead and make a tech use.
Nice.
It looks like you could tell that actually the cover was pried open very quickly and was placed back, but it wasn't done in a way that like an Adeptus Mechanicus would do it.
This has been tampered with. Were I to guess, this might be a distraction to pull attention off of their real destination.
The item is still here. Do you think they tampered with the item?
I don't know, and I don't think we should mess with it until we have... well, he's a psyker, right? Do you know what this item is?
Some sort of cipher. Teller, what is this? Yes, that would be a cipher for determining, I believe it is for heretical encryption, to, well, I guess, decipher it.
Can we make use of that to see if there's communications going on?
Oh, it's nothing like a communication device, my Inquisitor. It's simply a... it's used for... my understanding is I'm, by design, not familiar with this, but heretics will use a measure of encryption to hide what they are writing, and this is used to decipher that. Okay. It's, in essence, I guess, a key.
Can I see if there's any signs of it being touched or handled?
Of course.
Awareness? Scrutiny? Probably
yeah,
awareness.
Go ahead and run an awareness. Doesn't look like anything has bothered touching it. Although, Strader, something quickly.
I would say put additional guards on this and we need to move on.
Is it broken? Strader looks at you.
I don't know.
This is all Watchmaker's fault for making me laugh.
You should assume everything's broken at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's not a cyber mastiff, so probably not.
I don't know. It just looks crude, is all. I would assume. I shouldn't expect heretics to have some measure of quality, but.
I can hear Eve like.
I'm gonna start making for the door towards the deep vault.
Yeah, so let's head to the default. We can investigate this later. Taylor takes you. I'm deeply sorry. I can't accompany you down to the default. I have been down there previously, and due to security protocol, I'm not allowed to head back there again. At least for another few weeks.
Can I scrutiny that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I suspect he's being honest, but...
Honestly...
He's probably scared.
Yeah, he seems a little scared. And he doesn't really want to go down. But he actually is not telling the truth. There is no... As far as you can tell, there's no security policy requiring that. He just is scared to go down.
I'm going to try to cajole him by telling him, the Emperor put you on this station to fulfill your duty to him. Now is the time. If not now, when?
Make a command test.
I will make a command test.
I'll even assist that with a charm.
Please do, because god damn it.
Yeah.
Dar puts his hand on the guy's shoulder and is like, have faith, brother, the Emperor protects.
Okay.
Throws a charm at him. That happened.
There's guides down there who will be able to assist you. I'll be up here.
Stay here. We'll go. We're brave.
And Strahd just goes to the elevator. Everyone boards, doors shut, and the elevator heads down farther into almost the immediate center of this asteroid you're on.
Okay. I'm gonna check stuff as we're going to see if it's been sabotaged or anything, like elevators or command consoles or terminals or anything.
Yeah, go ahead and make a tech use.
Okay. Fucking.
It looks okay, but you're not sure.
Well, let's go.
Should have just left the thing without clearing out. It would have been better.
Takes about 2 minutes to get down to the center, but it does eventually arrive. Doors open up, and you're immediately hit with the presence of overwhelming, like, anti-psyker fields that are so strong they're even affecting you.
Mm.
Strader is not happy. He grits his teeth and marches forward.
Well, at least he's got that going for him.
There's a
Let's
stormtrooper captain there. Strader walks up to him. My Strauss. And the stormtrooper silently just turns and marches forward. Schrader behind him.
Was she still kept in her cell after that breach? Because I think I remember you said she's kept comatose.
The stormtrooper looks back. After the alarm went off, she was moved from her cell down to the deep vault to be, to, in essence, into stasis. She wasn't in stasis previously.
Okay, has anybody inspected her chamber or her previous quarters?
We did a quick precursory look, but all look to be normal.
Have it sweeped again. Let's go and check on the prisoner.
Understood. All right. The stormtrooper captain gets on a microbead. You don't hear because he's cut off like the actual like audio output from his mask to you, but finish like you can see him kind of moving his head, talking, and then it gets back. Like, we're having another team take a look at her cell again, and
Relay the results directly to me as soon as you get them.
Understood, Inquisitor. They take you farther into the deep vault, into the actual prisoner chambers, and inside of the room Maya Strauss is, it's a very bare room, and she is lying in her bed, completely comatose. She's been drugged. There is an IV leading into her arm, a oxygen mask over her face, as well as just a stasis field in general, as well as bars that are blocking the actual access to the like exterior. So somebody would need to actually open the bars up to get into her room.
Okay.
You know about her. Why is she there?
I'm not sure of her crimes, my Inquisitor, and then Strader cuts in like, heretical psyker, a telepathic specialist who has engaged in suspected heresy. The Inquisitor that brought her in has suspected she would be viable for more interrogation.
What Inquisitor made the arrest?
Let me take... He looks through his data slate and is looking through... Inquisitor... Mustel? Yes, Mustel. Right here.
Okay. Do we have other records of that Inquisitor?
Go ahead and make a... Well, it's all be Forbidden Lore Inquisition. So,
yeah, I have that knowledge, don't I?
Yep. There's a lot of Inquisitor names, like, throughout the years. You're just not able to put that together. Strader...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, can I calm What's-His-Bucket, the guy who cowered it out, and tell him to run the records for anything else, that guy's activity history of drop-offs, etc.?
Teller?
Yeah.
Yep, you can calm beat him. What are you telling him specifically? You have the full name of Inquisitor Julie Mustel?
Yes, I want all records of anything he's brought in and his activity with the vault at all. Drop-offs, inspections, anything.
Inquisitor Julie Mustel? Yes, I'm aware of her. I'll take a look at her records. And cuts off. this point, the stormtrooper captain is getting word. Inquisitor, there has been a mild. It looks like some sort of radio frequency was used to disrupt the anti-psyker fields within Strauss's cell.
Okay. Do you have any psychers who can inspect it for warp activity?
Of course.
On the double.
He gets back on the comm. Just see like the moving, and then we're having psychers investigate right now.
Right. Worried this is all just big distractions, and we just don't know where to go. How about the current patient? Anything from her aside from, being comatose?
The captain speaks up. Strauss has been down here since the initial disruption. That was some... And Schrader butts in like, yes, the initial disruptions happened within only a few minutes of each other, which is what's especially suspicious.
This was a month ago, then?
Yeah, that'd be about 4 weeks ago.
Oh, God. They could very well have been here the entire time.
But the captain just cuts in. Yes, but Strauss has been down here since then. Hasn't been conscious to do anything.
It's not her I'm worried about. It's using her cell and the gap in the security to warp in.
At which point the captain gets a message. Inquisitor, we had a psyker check out her cell.
Anything?
A single blip of psionic activity, but only from person to person is what they say. Nothing from outside of the vault entered in, and no war presence indicating any measure of external intrusion from, especially from the demon host.
Is there any way to trace what communication was made, or would we need to rouse her to question her?
You'd most likely need to talk to her. However, I would highly recommend we not awaken her. This is security protocol dedicated from the actual Lord Inquisitor himself, that she is to remain comatose until he rescinds the order.
Eternity.
You could talk to Teller. He was there at the time.
All right, I'll calm Teller and hope we can get some info out of him.
Inquisitor, how can I assist?
The incident with the psyker and her containment unit. What can you tell me about what happened?
There was a minor alarm that went off indicating a disruption of one of the anti-psyker fields.
How long was the outage?
Just a couple of seconds.
A message went out during that time.
A message? Well, we could definitely take a look to see.
Psionic message.
Generally speaking, I wouldn't imagine a message would be able to go out without the equipment needed.
What about within the facility itself?
That could have been done, yes.
Can our psychers try to trace any of that? Like maybe traces of psionic presence from that incident?
I'm sorry, Inquisitor. The psionic air presence here just permeates the area. It's completely fills this area, especially in conjunction with the anti-psyker fields. It creates a hazard for psychers to attempt to track that down.
And were there any other blips in the psyker fields, or any places that are not fully shielded by the anti-psyker field?
Nothing within the past few years.
Within the past few years.
Last one was about 8 years ago.
Was Inquisitor Winters involved in any way?
I don't believe so, no. Inquisitor Winter's been missing for more than a decade at this point.
And yet a shipment was dropped off by him. What was that, just a couple of weeks ago?
It was a month ago.
And yet a month ago, about when all these disturbances happened, Inquisitor Winters made a drop-off and nobody thought to question it?
Well, Inquisitor Winters would, I shouldn't say infrequently drop off things for the vault. It was just that Inquisitors can go quiet for months, years at a time. I had assumed he retired.
Her assumptions have created a dangerous hole through which these heretics might wiggle. Get me information on how I can trace anything going in or out within this facility.
Of course. Communication cuts off.
You see a frown pass across Garth's face at the mention of wiggling heretics.
I hate wiggling heretics.
All right.
Let's check the... Trying to think. What psionic specialties did this telepath have? Was she able to control minds?
Schrader looks at his data slate. Yes. Well versed in telepathic communication. Suspected of being able to dominate minds. Among other notes here indicate unique mental talents. Unknown what that means.
We need those records, and have there been any complaints within the last month around the time of the anomalies from the stormtroopers or any personnel of headaches, loss of memory, illness, something out of place?
The stormtrooper captain. I will check and get those records as soon as I can, my Inquisitor. At which point Strader's like, oh, that does remind me, Inquisitor Toke, and he pulls out it is a leather-bound volume. These are the records you've been requesting for previously.
Okay, I will take those.
Okay.
And if we get into an elevator, I can thumb through them quickly to see if I can find anything related to what we're doing right now.
Well, I'm going to have to compile my notes together for my initial sweep. It is not going to look good on behalf of the vault, so. But beyond that, I'm not here to actually fix the issue, merely to report in on them.
We could use you and your retinue to deal with this outbreak as we speak.
Of course, we'll stay for a little bit longer. I imagine there's a few people who are being a bit perturbed by that. I know that I'm here to do both take out people who've been here for their assigned stint and bring in new blood.
I suspect we, what do I suspect? It fell right back out of my head. I suspect during one of those exchanges of crew, the infiltrators were brought in, and this plan was set into motion.
Well, that was done 6 months ago.
We got those records from the two disguised people that got caught, right?
You don't have those records yet.
Do we know about them? Like, do we know, hey, it's these assholes?
You haven't checked anything on them yet. You just know that Chico recognized them.
How about the information we got from Eve when she gave the warning?
She just told you they were tracking down the two people.
Okay. Damn.
She was a little caught on fire to like report what
yeah,
happened.
That's fair. All right. How about get me the manifest of all the crew who transferred in and out during the last exchange.
That wasn't me, but I can have Teller sort that out for you.
Yeah, sorry, that was directed at Teller.
Oh yeah, Teller had cut communication, but Schrader like calls him and like tells him, relays that information.
Thank you.
All right, at this point, let's cut back to Tigo chasing down the person running down the hall.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Chase that bastard.
If I charge him, would I be able to catch him?
He is just outside of charge range.
Okay. What was the distance again?
The hallway heads down 40 meters, and with his speed going at full run, he is able to have covered about 20 meters of that.
Charge is just outside of that?
What's your charge? I thought it was only 12.
No, I have to check. I don't know. For some reason, I keep thinking charge is longer than that. That's why.
It's based off your agility, so maybe if you raised your agility.
I thought it was just...
Yeah, mine just So run is 24, so we would be keeping up like if I run step for step, right?
Yeah, he was able to. From what you can determine, he's a little bit faster than you.
So if can I? Yeah, I don't even know if this will work because he's running for his life. Can I? Let's see. Can I command him while chasing after him to stop or before I end his miserable existence?
This would be at a negative 30, but you could try it.
Okay. Of course. Wait. Oh, negative. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah. Nope.
That had no chance. You know what? I'm gonna set up the bolter and aim, like just shoot him down.
Yeah, he just yells back at you, "Fuck off, Tigo."
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna quick draw and fire your heavy bolter.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and it's a free action. You free action to drop your jammed bolt pistol, so free action to draw the heavy bolter. So go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay.
And this is gonna have to be fully auto.
Oh, Jesus. What is this? Standard range or short?
There's a 20-meter difference between the two of you.
I would say that's short range.
Yeah, I believe it's short range because I believe the heavy bolter is pretty long ranged.
Yeah. Suppressive machine gun, etc.
What's full auto? Oh, full auto. I see it.
Yep. Okay.
Nice.
Jesus, go ahead and roll to hit. Or I'm sorry, roll damage. I mean.
How much is how many times is this? Like,
it's gonna be you're gonna be rolling 12 because it's like 6 hits
tearing.
plus tearing.
All right, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You did warn him.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna tell you.
That 9 is the extra.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, Tigo. You killed him.
I know.
He explodes, much like Weasel did, into a fucking cloud of red, just coating the walls of this hallway he's in.
I'm just imagining the Boondocks. You eat a dick, Nyaka, you eat a dick!
It's
His last
disturbing.
Words were, "Fuck you,
yeah, his last words were "fuck you, Tigo," before just exploding into a cloud of like mist. Bone matter has embedded itself into the wall.
Just for like just for what Tigo looks like, Tigo has a shit-eating grin on his face. Is it like so? There's nothing left on him, right? Like nothing to look for.
I mean, it's a lot of gore.
Okay, I'll just leave the gore there. The janitor can take care of that.
Like bits of blood and viscera are just dripping from the ceiling where it got sprayed.
Sacrifices. So
there are stormtroopers hearing this run out into the hallway and just see this mess, and are looking at you and looking at the mess.
Like what? I just like turn around and pick up my bolt pistol and go back to.
A servitor just comes out with like a mop.
It's just like so. I just like grab my like heavy bolter, just put it over my back, pick up my bolt pistol, and just like walk back to the barracks.
Cleanup detail style.
Yeah, they're gonna need a lot of mops, a lot of buckets.
Bucket and a mop.
So this guy, how close to death is he?
Oh, he's dead.
No, not mine.
The other guy.
Yeah, he caught on fire. The Chewie's bite, the fiery explosion, and catching on fire and burning has killed him.
Excellent. The hate of the sheep mercenary group is no more.
Can I put him out and try to like find any details on him?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Can I help Eve search him?
Yeah, go ahead and make an awareness to see if you can like search through the charred remains.
Gently pat him out and take his wallet out.
Hooray.
You just find a number on him, on his jumpsuit, displaying 12. One
Also,
of the
Eva's gonna tell Chewie that he's a good boy.
trees singed bark.
He wants a cybermastiff tree.
A little puff of smoke comes out.
It's like a little O.
Yeah, Chewie's like singed on one side.
Blowing smoke rings.
To be fair, that armor plating sure paid off.
Yeah, he didn't take any damage, did he? I don't think he did. It was 9, and he has, with those additional armor plates plopped onto him. Oh, he would have taken a single wound.
He did an agility.
That's only to avoid catching on fire.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
initial.
So he should have a wound.
1 wound.
So we find
Or he
the
takes a single
number-
wound of damage, I should say.
So we found the number 12, pretty much. Anything else like attached to this number, like to where we found it?
You do actually see numbers along the various bunks in the room.
Which let's go to 12.
You go to 12, there is a single footlocker.
And let's open this footlocker.
Bust it open.
Inside the footlocker, you right away see guns, knives, grenades, a disguise kit, and a data slate.
And
Eve
take
gives
the-
Tigo the side eye about those grenades.
I grab the grenades.
All right, Tigo, you now have 3 additional frag grenades.
Hell yes.
You want that disguise kit too? Or
Yeah, well, you can take it.
yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. A disguise kit is currently empty. You're going to have to reload it with makeup.
Well, off to Leclerc's we go.
She went to Leclerc.
She went to
Let's
Leclerc's.
see, frag grenades.
This whole thing is just a really long advertisement, including wasting the dude with a heavy bolter.
That's the kind of quality assurance you can get at Leclerc's.
He should have gone to Leclerc's.
Heretic gets fucking exploded. He didn't go to Leclerc's. God, can you just imagine some like bullshit with just like the God Emperor just like, I had to kill Horus because he didn't go to Leclerc's.
Okay, so we got the data slate. So data slate, so we should probably go through that.
The data slate is encrypted.
Do I need tech use for this?
Yes, and it's gonna be a bit of a threshold. So let's say a negative 30. It is inquisitorial level encryption. Unfortunately,
Think of the Achewood comic. What's the best thing you got? And it unlocks eBay Platinum.
Unfortunately, Tigo, you're just not able to decipher this, and it just says 1 of 3 login attempts failed.
Hang on. Inquisitor level. Where's that guy, the assistant?
Teller?
Yeah, I forgot his name. Sorry, I keep thinking Penn and Teller.
Well, you have his combi, you just don't know where he is currently.
Yeah, like, I guess we'll get him, Watchmaker, and me, and we'll give it a shot, Rooney.
Okay. Well, currently Watchmaker and Strader are on the elevator heading up.
Hold on, can I do a like? Is this guy one of these idiots that just like wrote his password like in his belongings? Can we look through again?
Make an awareness.
I like how all of us work IT, so like the reflex of nobody would ever do that is gone.
No, you actually do see a note, though, that says, do not write down your password.
Is it written on the back of that note?
It looks like
It's written on, like, a 40K sticky note. -MH.
H.
Magnus
Hussar.
Hussar.
Mr. Hussar. The only other thing I could think of is, we don't know the number. I was gonna say check the other footlockers for the exploded guy.
We could ask, who went out on patrol and who was left in the room, and then who ran out, and the other stormtroopers would be able to tell us.
Currently, you have a bunch of stormtroopers who are applying aid to the ones who got burned. They were able to avoid getting lit on fire, but they're kind of badly singed.
Yeah. So I'll just ask him. So the guy that ran out the room, where's his footlocker?
Points at 13.
All right, let's go to 13. Awareness again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Whoa. Shut up, Siri.
It looks like you're trying to stop a heresy. How can I help?
Are
Nope.
you... Eve. Thank you.
Tigo's like, it's a footlocker. And then he
Eve
kind
is
of
like-
like gets a thought in his head and is like, is it a locker where you put your feet? And then Eve just like lifts it open and is just like rifles through it. It's additional, no grenades, but knives, guns, poison vials, and another data slate, also
Poison.
encrypted.
I want
Poison
those
vials.
poison vials.
It is it would be a dose of 3 poisons. I don't actually remember if there's like real boy poison.
I have an injector, so
Yeah.
how many? You said?
It would be 3 doses of a I'll give you the stats for it later.
I'm just noted, like, I've rode, 2 or 3 100s today?
You took it from me, Santa Claus style.
See, I cleared the chat log and then Tigo got it instead of Watchmaker.
Can we clear it again and, like, give it to, like, Hussar or something?
Well, he hasn't rolled yet, so no.
We're just forwarding it.
Our condolences. Here's your RNG.
That's
Eve
a
is
Sutton.
unsure if she killed this guy or if he died from Chewie in the fire. And it's unsure if she should take a death token.
Chewie
I
has
mean-
like a remains of like an arm, like a cooked arm in his mouth.
I,
Bark!
I consider Chewie's kills or anything that he assists with part of your kills.
Like Chewie had his like the guy's arm in his mouth when like he got cooked.
Eve's morals are in question here.
Tigo tempted Eve into evil.
How would I do this?
Convince him to
Pretty much
take
the way
a.
we've been doing it.
Just take it, and if you don't need it, you can throw it away later.
I'm gonna chop off a little crusted
Yeah.
up pinky.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
want to. You don't want to have regrets later. You can get rid of this regret.
You can add the charred pinky of. This would be Cass Sumans. Take that.
Charred pinky of Cass Sumans.
And it's Cass Sumans who had like the half beard. Cleverly disguised.
And you forgot the sheep like iconography and like both of the footlockers from their old mercenary group.
There was none of that there.
And Tigo knew this guy's name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, good luck trying like have Tigo identify who was who at this point, but like there's not a lot left of either of them. Your real Chewie's barking.
It's a glute.
Can I give? Is a -30 to try this slate once too?
Yeah.
I would just give like the old college try. Where is it? -30. The old college try. I got a little closer. Okay. Same
One
thing.
one of 3 attempts.
Wait. Is there any passwords here?
You don't
One of
see
them-
any.
One of them had to be stupid enough to write it down.
Nope, looks like these data slates are pretty well encrypted, and doesn't look like there's any level of operational insecurity to let you just type it in.
So they're both 1 out of 3. Okay, let's go find Watchmaker and tell her.
Okay. So, do you Vox over to Watchmaker and give him the details of what just occurred?
Sure, I'll just box him over, like clean up on aisle 5, and then just like go off.
Watchmaker's just in the elevator, gets that message.
Details, please.
We have 2 data slates we can try to rummage through. Inquisitor level security.
Do we have 2 or 1?
2.
You have 2. They each have one.
Okay.
Did they give me the numbers of the 2 stormtroopers?
12 and 13.
Okay. I'm gonna have them narrow their search to anything done by Stormtrooper 12 and 13 from the latest batch. See if they've been anywhere or done anything, like their access records, shit like that.
Message out over to Teller. He's like, of course, I'll get the information right away. At which point the elevator gets to the top, doors open up.
It's me,
And-
Sar. Haha.
Haha!
Hussar's there with a Melta,
Aww.
3 meters away.
New characters.
With 2
The entire campaign was just leading up to that.
with 2 somethings.
2 Suttons, too many. But Schrader marches out. Well, my Inquisitor Toke, I will assist you if I can, but I'm in somewhat of a tight schedule, so I would hope to be able to just finish this up quickly and get onto the ship.
Well, that would be nice, but we're dealing with what might be the most significant operation of either of our careers, early as they are.
Well, yes, I suppose I can delay it for a bit. Well, let's head to Teller's office, and we can discuss more there.
Actually, I want to do, if it's on the way, I wanted to check out her, well, no, I guess I can't really do much CSI in What's-Her-Face's old cell.
Oh, Strauss?
Yeah. How about, maybe arrange for everybody to meet up there so we can look at the data slates?
Where do you want to meet up?
Tellers.
If we're going to Teller's office.
Okay. Alright, so you Vox that over to everyone. They're aware of where to head.
Yep.
Alright. And Teller.
Man, don't you miss this guy that we just like set up with a new identity and just sent him off? He would have just been like, "Oh, his password's 123."
You had Champernand. Actually, no, that's technically you still do have Champernand. You only made the identity, you haven't sent him off yet. You just left him on the ship. But Teller's in his office. He has a cogitator that is just spitting out paperwork, and he just rips it off and hands it. The records you were looking for?
Okay, I'll quickly go through those.
Okay, go ahead and make it a logic test to just cycle through all the important data very quickly.
Nice.
All right.
Hooray!
Watchmaker, are you able to find out that the stormtroopers who were assigned that number to that specific barracks arrived 6 months ago using what you would assume to be assumed identities?
Mm-hmm.
They were brought in by the previous sweep team that wasn't Strader, and they are... The files are limited, but you would assume as stormtroopers they were vetted and allowed in. Their patrol route would show that they had, in fact, visited the various, both that room you were in, where the first alert went off, as well as near to Strauss's cell.
Is there any, like, camera activity for those times to see if we can see exactly what they did in those areas?
Teller types up something and shows you camera activity. Do you want the full 6 months of it?
I want the moments of disruption.
Okay. Types in there, brings it up. Camera activity is blank. It just shows like the hallway. This is what we have at the this is the specific moment, and he just like hits play and it just goes through.
Can I check for tampering or editing the footage?
Yeah, go ahead, make either awareness or tech use.
Let's do. Hang on. Tech use would be. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Math.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yay.
barely.
Watchmaker, it does look like an old trick of yours to loop the feed.
Oh.
Can
Okay, this has been looped. Is it? Would there be any way to recover it, or is it like dubbed over?
This would be dubbed over.
Damn.
is there another camera?
There'd be cameras throughout the complex.
All right, get me the same time frame, but all the other cameras aside from this, leading to it, like, going down the hall, so to speak, like following the path they would walk.
Sure. Let's see here. So they pull all sorts of like footage and just show like the two Cass and the hell's his name? Shad just walking through the halls in their stormtrooper garb. They occasionally split off, and the two other stormtroopers they were with disappear into a loop and then return to their squad. And it does it in both the room where the initial disruption came in with the cipher, as well as near Strauss's cell. And actually, while you're watching this footage, go ahead and make an awareness roll.
Make an awareness roll.
All of us?
Anybody watching the footage?
I'll fate that one.
Okay.
Actually, let you guys make your rolls, and then I'll see. Nice. Go
All
Eve.
right.
It's because I'm a murder hobo, isn't it?
Eve,
Watchmaker.
you see on camera, you at one point see the two stormtroopers, Cass and Shad, break away from the members of their squad and meet up with a familiar face. It's somebody who is wearing the Imperial Inquisitorial Rosette, but it is in fact Sutton.
Okay, so Sutton was here and most likely is here, unless he got transferred out. No, this was from the disturbance, so nobody's left since then, right?
Teller points. That's Inquisitor Winters.
You damn fool! You just told me Inquisitor Winters has been missing for.
But that's what the Imperial Inquisitorial Rosette said.
That's Sutton, you damned fool.
I've never met
Heretic
Sutton.
for hunting.
But I've never met Sutton.
Something
Well,
wrong with
that's
you.
How did he exit?
He arrived on a ship, dropped off the book, and then left. Once the alerts came in, the new procedures forced us to make him undock and leave right away.
And did he put up a fight?
No, he left.
So
When
he
were
did what
those
he-
procedures implemented?
Shortly after Inquisitor Hussar was declared a heretic, so that would be 8 weeks ago.
So he did what he had to do, and
Yeah.
he dropped off that book.
The book is either a really good red herring or like the linchpin.
I'm
Let's
voting
do it.
I'm doing an Among Us. I vote to eject the book.
T-
To
Well,
the
it's
sun.
currently in the default.
Let's check in with the teams we asked to communicate with us. Have they been keeping tabs?
What were you asking them to do precisely?
Basically, like double whatever the standard guard would be on the places that have been breached, and
Okay.
to radio in and remain in contact.
Oh, yep. So checking in with them. You determine, or they report back that nothing has occurred.
Do you want to go through these data slates before you forget they exist?
Yeah, let's see if we can crack those. Can I get assistance? Like, do we have like cogitators? Do we have tech priests? Do we have my Inquisitor credentials?
Well, yes, we have both cognitators and tech priests available.
I need you to understand this could very well be the God, I can't brain anymore. I basically
Might
just
be
tell
the
them
difference.
like,
We have to press the
fucking
button that
smarten up and
erases
take this seriously. We're in the midst of the shit, and we need to try to crack these immediately.
Gar kind of casually says to the guys, like, so you mentioned you could incinerate this place if something goes wrong, right?
We could detonate the plasma generators in sequence to destroy the vault if needed.
And where does it have to be initiated from?
Head curator's office or down by the actual plasma generators just off of the deep vault.
Maybe we should make special effort to secure those two areas.
Just be ready to fucking nuke the place.
No, I think he's talking about to stop us from being nuked.
Well, that's also worth a check. Yeah, we'll dispatch people to.
I mean, Gar's thinking more that nuking the place is really just a fantastic idea. But that's,
I mean, I'm with Gar on this. I love nuking
this
things.
place is chock full of heresy. It's where we keep all the heresy. Let's burn it all at once.
But
I'm from Europe, where the heresy is from.
Gar doesn't want to be nuked either, though. So he wants to control the nuking.
Suppose that would be a suitable exit if they got what they wanted. Portrait and run. Yeah, let's get guards down there, and let's get all the resources we can to try to break into these data slates.
A tech priest walks in. I will be happy to translate and decrypt those data slates for you, my Inquisitor.
I'm going to shoulder hover with him, because this is inquisitorial tech, and it might even need my rosette anyway.
Okay. So the tech priest takes the data slate and kind of waves you over towards a small workshop. And he plugs it into a cognitator. This will take several hours, my Inquisitor.
We may not have several hours.
He shrugs.
Yeah, that's the IT support answer.
At which point, the stormtroopers who were checking out the plasma generators and the default Vox back that plasma generators are working perfectly. Nothing looks to have been tampered with.
Is there anything we can do to hasten the decrypting? Or try to get into them?
The data slate encryption is inquisitorial grade, locked by an Inquisitor's rosette. You would need that rosette to unlock it.
Does it say who code locked it? I'm guessing Winters?
In fact, it is Inquisitor Hussar.
Well, his authority as Inquisitor has been revoked. There's got to be an override for that.
Unfortunately, no, my Inquisitor.
Ugh. Alright.
Provide me enough time, and I will have these decrypted for you, my Inquisitor.
Alright, work as fast as you possibly can.
I will work as efficiently as I can, my Inquisitor.
I love that voice changer.
It is fun. It is very fun.
It's so perfect.
Hey Ian, out of character, can I get you to say Big Mommy Milkies?
I'll do it after we're done recording, okay?
Like, make an interrogation check to make him say it. Like, no.
I mean, theoretically, I guess you could.
No. Anyway, can we review the other footage for any other tampering that matches the hallmarks of the trick I saw?
Yeah, you'd be able to go and review that. This is going to be an extended use tech use to, like, identify where a loop would have occurred.
Yeah.
So, and this is going to be, like, an hour of footage each time.
Ugh.
Can I help?
Yeah.
So that's a +10.
You could do one of two things.
While
You
I'm
could
doing this, like, desk work, I'm going to be making sure that all the teams are checking in and reporting. And, if possible, breathing down Teller's neck to get, like, a facility map and all the shit we might need.
Teller provides you a map. Inquisitor Sator comes in and is, like, saying to you, do you think the heretics are still here?
Yes, absolutely. I think leaving this place would be a dereliction of your duty in exchange for a formality of paperwork.
Yes. many of the, well, I should say one of the staff is quite eager to get off base.
Oh, who would that be?
Teller, he's set to be transferred out.
I'm gonna scrutinize Teller.
Yeah.
He's in on this.
Go ahead and do a scrutiny.
Okay. Dice, don't fail me now. Scrutiny, don't fail me. No, that's security. Cancel. That's still security. Scrutiny.
Are you trying to unlock Teller?
Just shove a key into his tummy.
Ah!
Can I scrutiny? Can I scrutiny?
You'd be able to the plus 10.
Okay, thanks. I will add that when I try this again with my. Oh, god damn it, my sheet glitched out. Give me a sec. I gotta reload. Roll 20.
Okay.
It gets fussy if you close too many of those windows in a row.
Yeah, the hamsters, they're on their wheels.
Yeah. Scrutiny, scrutiny, scrutiny. Plus 10. Please? Yes.
Okay. Teller is nervous, does want to get off base. Doesn't seem very happy that this disruption has occurred.
But nothing, like, super... He's not, like, the guy in the thing before the blood test nervous?
You're not sure.
Tell you what, I'm going to give the order that all transfers and change of staff are absolutely locked down until this place is deemed secure to my satisfaction, with only the Lord Inquisitor able to override me.
Good lord, they're going to be here for the rest of their lives.
Yep.
Teller just asked, how long do you feel that investigation will go on for?
That will depend entirely on how swiftly we work.
Do you think it'd be done in a few weeks? I have a new role I have to take up.
The Inquisition will deal with the administrative matters. This is more important than your transfer. I'm ashamed that I have to say that to a servant of the Emperor.
My Inquisitor, can I talk to you, please? Both of you. This is very important for the Inquisition.
I'll scrutiny that, but yes.
Okay. Alright. You're not sure. You think he's telling the truth?
Wait, did his roll show up? Because I don't see anything.
I got a 3 degrees of success from Watchmaker.
I am going to reload roll 20.
Okay. Okay. My Inquisitors, please. And he kind of waves you over to the side very quickly.
With it then.
Alright, and I'm just going to do something.
Keeping an eye on him for any sudden moves if he wants to, like, bomb vest hug us or some shit.
He takes out a ball pistol and point blank shoots.
No.
Aha!
I'm the demon host.
He thinks for a second. No, I'm sorry, my Inquisitor. I thought... Another time, perhaps. Or, actually... Give me just a moment to reconnect my thoughts. And he takes out a, He takes out, like, a little pouch and just rubs it. It's a lucky... A piece of luck for,
Can I make an awareness before he does whatever he's doing? Or as he's doing whatever he's doing?
Who is this and what's he rubbing? This seems pokey and heretical to me.
This is Teller, and as you're looking to make that awareness, let's see here. I gotta check one thing quickly. Okay, go ahead and make a willpower test.
I knew it.
Emperor's balls.
Well, I'm glad I saved that other fate point.
Y'all doing this?
No, just the two.
Fuck.
Can we see them, or they're in a different room?
No, Teller waved them away from, like, the two Inquisitors away. Funny enough, Schrader passes, but you hear a voice in your mind. watchmaker,
Oh boy.
and it's a female voice.
It's Ariana.
One you've never heard before, and it just says, "Kill this Inquisitor and lift the ban."
Do I get to resist that?
Oh, that was what your willpower test was for.
I figured.
And at this point, you're going to have to kill. You're going to have to attempt to kill Strader.
All right. I don't suppose he's got
And
warning.
we will be picking this up
Okay.
next week.
Fucking
Whoa.
stupid fucking dice. Fucking fuck.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun
Oh, look
dun.
at the bright